Hi, I'm Becky.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Lucas.
And you're traveling with the Munschs. This is my new and improved beginning. We have special guest Lucas. And he's not really a special guest, he's one of our kids. Lucas here. This is the shirt I was trying to describe to you in the New York video. Heather red, right? With a Hawaiian motif. I had to get that in. All right, so we are moving on to Maine. It's been approximately 5 minutes since we made our our Boston video.
You were supposed to keep that on the down low. This was supposed to be, we changed.
We got ready for the day, and I'm just like, let's just get it done. Get it done. They'll think it's a whole nother day. So Maine.
Tell everybody. All right. So Maine.
I'm a terrible secret keeper. Maine.
Arcadia.
So it's Arcadia. This whole time I've been struggling. I feel like everybody's been struggling a little bit with, like, you haven't been struggling? With whether it's Arcadia or Arcadia. And I came up with what I think is a good way to remember it for myself. It's Arcadia. It's not our Arcadia.
Yeah.
You get that?
I think I'm the only one that puts an R in it.
I
think I'm the problem with that.
So it's Arcadia National Park, which is a little national park in Maine on Mount Desert Island. And it was fun.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It was very nice.
Yeah, we were at the Seawall Campground.
They had mosquitoes the size of house cats.
Oh my gosh, yeah, when we pulled in, they were swarming the car, just tons of them. Like
feral cats just overrunning an island, basically.
There was so many mosquitoes. Surprisingly, they didn't bite a whole lot, though. Like, I had to go out. No one else would get out of the car. I had to go set up by myself.
Because there were thousands of mosquitoes.
It actually wasn't bad.
But yeah, and then once we were out there, they didn't bite me too much. So I was like, oh, come on, it's not that bad. They're not biting. I don't get it, but maybe they're not mosquitoes. We kept going, maybe they're not mosquitoes.
They were mosquitoes.
But yeah, I maybe got 2 or 3 bites compared to what I got here in New Hampshire.
You sprayed yourself in, like, pure DEET.
Yeah, I've done that here, and it doesn't affect them at all.
They're immune to DEET in
New Hampshire is crazy.
Okay. So, let's stay on task here.
Arcadia, Maine.
Arcadia, not Arcadia. All right, so we didn't do much that first day we pulled in. We got in kind of late. It took seemingly...
It's like 6 hours.
It felt like a long time, especially when you're traveling between states where it only takes an hour or 2 hours.
Yeah. In Boston, the traffic was a little bad. I mean, we went on 95 kind of around Boston, but it wasn't too bad, no.
Anywho, so the next day was like our main fun in Maine. See that? Yeah. And we went to Maine State Sea kayaking, which we've tried kayaking before. We tried kayaking in Lake Superior.
And we swore would never do it again. Because it was so terrible.
Jason was almost crying when we were in Superior, and like he's just like, I don't think I can go any further. I was just like, are you serious?
Yeah,
like,
it was bad.
Like, so finally, I was like, try crisscross applesauce, and so we crisscrossed applesauce, and that solved all of his problems. But
I think I figured that on my own. But anyways,
crisscross applesauce on your own.
Yeah. Anyways,
I say crisscross applesauce a lot. Anyway. These kayaks were spectacular. They had rudders. You sat down in them, and then there was like, you can't see my feet, but you put your feet on these 2 rudder
rudders, and you steer it,
and then you steered it with the rudder. Who knew that was an option in a kayak? Not me. It was so much better than steering with your paddle. You didn't have to slow yourself. You didn't have to try and remember which side to stick your paddle on.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And we had skirts on, and those skirt things that seal you in.
So we didn't get wet or anything?
One with the boat.
We were one with the boat. Yes. It was super fun. We saw some jellyfish. I saw some jellyfish. Big red purpley jellyfish. Samus saw some jellyfish. Samus and I paddled together. And then Marcus and Jason paddled together. And then Lucas paddled with... What was your... person's name?
I don't know. They told me, but I can't remember.
Lindsay, maybe?
Lindsay, yeah.
Lindsay. He paddled with Lindsay. So I don't know what. Lindsay and Lucas found some sea stars, which we all got to hold. They were so cute.
Yeah, that was cool.
Prickly.
They weren't really prickly.
Well, they were rough.
It was cool. We saw loads of harbor seals.
Yeah, quite a few
loads
seals.
of them. They were just sealing around.
Oh, I know. I was so hoping one would come really close to the kayak, but they didn't. But you could see them popping their heads out, ways out, and then they're on the rocks.
Just like,
so it was cool.
Oh, they were so cool.
Yeah.
Our kayaking guide.
Oh, Tandy.
If anybody watches Last Man on Earth, then you know who Tandy is. Will Forte
I think,
is
yeah.
Tandy. Jason's like, you gotta look up where he's from. I'm sure this guy is his cousin.
I
This
think
guy's
so.
gotta be his cousin. They look the same. Their cadence is the same.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
uncanny.
he was a great guide, and he wasn't, crazy Tandy style, but looked exactly like him, and he had that kind of little bit choppy cadence to his voice. I couldn't stop laughing about
funny-ish
it.
jokes, but not super funny.
Yeah,
It was perfect.
He was a great guy, but he looked and acted a little bit like.
Jason turned to me
Well,
right
fun.
away and he's like, Tandy. And I was like, oh, jeez. So
Ruined
now
it
we've
for
had
ya.
Vicky from So I Married an Axe Murderer and Tandy as guides on a couple of our different national or state park tours.
Yeah.
But he led us on a great tour.
it
He
was
was very
great.
kind, very knowledgeable.
I would definitely check them out if you get
Yep,
in the area.
Maine
That was the
State
best thing
Sea
we did.
Kayaking. Yeah, that was by far.
The paddling was easy. It put us on a route. The
And
wind
it was
was in our back.
wavy. It was wavy though.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
it still was good.
Yeah. It wasn't hard paddling at all. It was
No.
great.
The next day, Jason set his alarm for 4:30.
4:30. Yep.
AM.
Because there's a big thing here, I guess. The Cadillac Mountain. You go up to it before sunrise and watch the sunrise. It's like the first sunrise in America.
And my thought is, how many seconds behind is the rest of the
Well,
sunrise
not too
in
much,
America?
but I think it's
Whatever.
a deal there anyway. So I'm like, we should probably do it. So I set my alarm for 4:30. We had no internet, so I couldn't check what sunrise.
Oh,
It could
there's
have been
no-
light out at 4:30. I don't even know if it was enough. It didn't matter because at about 7 o'clock we all woke up.
It was like 6 still.
Super bright out. Oh yeah, we
Jason's
did
like,
get up pretty
oh,
early.
it's so bright. It's so bright.
I guess that didn't work.
Is it 4:30? The sun is up. It's not 4:30
Yeah.
a.m.
Yeah, I set the weekday alarm and it was Sunday, so that didn't work out.
We didn't get up. We didn't see the sunrise. It was
Nope.
fine. The sun still rose.
Nope.
It was a beautiful day.
But we headed over there anyways. I mean, that was the plan, to go over the other side of the Mount Desert where there's the main loop that has all the stuff
It
on
looks
it.
like a
Trail
long
loop or
ways,
park
but
loop.
really everything's very close.
Yeah, the map was all blown up, so it looked like it was like this huge journey, but it really
It
wasn't.
went fast.
Yep.
So the first thing that we tackled was a trail called the Beehives.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
So go sea kayaking with Tandy at Maine Travis, at Maine State Sea Kayaking, and then you have to do the Beehives. Lucas is afraid of heights, pretty bad, right? But you enjoyed the Beehives, did you not?
I did.
He did.
A little freaked out a little bit, right?
Oh, I mean,
None of the
it was
falls would
very
have been
cool.
that traumatic.
Very cool. You couldn't. You have to climb some steel rung ladders that are built into the granite face of the rock a couple of times, many times, I would say. Straight up. There's a little scrambling, some
Yeah.
crawling.
There's some places that were still a bit high without the metal ladders that you had to reach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there-
you
there
just had to
definitely
kinda
was. And there
climb.
were, if you, most of the paths were wide. There was a couple feet. I mean, sometimes there was a drop off on the end, but there was plenty of room where.
Once you got up there, you were like, oh, yeah, no dogs can come on this. No, yeah, because there can't, no.
to be carrying them.
And like, if you are really afraid of heights, I wouldn't go. Because the thing is, once you start going up that way, you
can't
should
go
not
down.
come back down that way. It would be even scarier, and you're putting other climbers at risk because you're trying to come down while the ledges are super small and stuff. So we were warned of that by Travis / Tandy, that not once you start, you're in it. So we climbed up there. The views were spectacular.
Yeah,
You
it's
could
good.
see all the little islands dotting the Arcadia.
Yeah, the ocean is just so
area.
great, and that area is just beautiful.
So pretty. It's the shore though is all rocky. It's unlike anywhere we've ever been. It's just rock.
Yeah.
Everything's rocky except for the one beach that is sand, which is called
Sandy Beach.
Sandy Beach. They got super creative. There's only one. Let's just call it Sandy Beach. So we visited Sandy Beach next, and it was sandy and it was nice, and the waves just came in just like, whoa,
Yeah, it was pretty powerful.
whoa.
We didn't have our swimsuits or anything. And
We
it
should
was
not
pretty
have.
cold.
We
It
would
was
not
what?
have gotten in.
I think
It
he said it
was
was like
Well,
40
Marcus
degrees.
got in, kind of.
Yay.
Marcus. falls a lot on purpose.
Yeah.
And gets really wet.
So we played on the beach.
It would
for
not have
quite
been a place to
while,
go
and
swimming because under, like, dotted in the sand are these huge boulders, and if you would have just got crashed onto one of those boulders, it would have been bad. But we played on the rocks and in the sand for quite a while.
And Marcus played in the disgusting pool behind the beach.
He's always getting in the grossest stuff. The grossest.
Yeah, it was pretty tanny looking, like all brown and.
I'm sure it was just tannin from the tree roots, that whatever, but from Sandy Beach we just finished the loop around Mount Desert Island and came to Cadillac Mountain, which is where we were supposed to watch the sunrise earlier in the day.
Yeah.
It was still only like 9:30 a.m. It felt like it was at least 1:30.
We did so much before 10 a.m. that day.
It was the longest day ever since we got up so early. So we went to Cadillac Mountain, and right away we got split up because Marcus. Why did we get split up?
He was all wet, so he was chafing, so he had to ditch his underwear so that he would, so he could walk properly.
Yeah. So Jason and Marcus went back to the car so he could change his underwear, and then Samus, Lucas, and I went ahead and played The Ground is Lava, so we had to stay on the rocks, and it was quite fun, actually. We did quite well. And then I think Samus decided to go back, and Marcus, pretty soon I was like by myself. But I ran into another mom, and she was yelling, Bradley! Bradley, get back! Charlie, you gotta move back too. Stop! Get back! Move back!
Huh?
Just totally stressed out, just yelling at the kids, and the kids are like, oh, Mom, why are you gonna do that? We're just having fun. We just want to go up there. It looked like they were going to run off a cliff. I'm sure there was a ledge below it, but, I mean, it looked scary, and they were just full steam ahead, just running, and she's like, stop! And the husband's behind them. Cheryl, just relax. Just relax, Cheryl.
We've been there, huh?
Yeah, typical like
Sounds
family
about
dynamic.
normal.
She had 3 kids. The husband was just like, whatever, they're not going to kill themselves. And the mom was like, they're definitely going to die today. So these kids, she called them all back, and they're standing by their mom. And I was like, listen, kids, I am also a mom, and it is our job to keep you alive and to wreck all of your fun. We're fun wreckers. I yell at my 3 kids, look at how much bigger they are than you. And I yell at them, and I wreck their fun all the time. So the mom and I just shared, how it was ridiculous, and then the dads were just like, well, whatever. They'll be all right. It'll just be a bump on the head, a cracked skull, a little stitches. So then, about that time, Jason and Marcus come wheeling around the corner, and Marcus has a goose egg.
Oh, it was huge.
It was huge.
It was disgusting.
It was the size of probably like what I would assume a partridge egg would be. Never seen a partridge egg, but it was
like a golf ball.
There you go, a golf ball. Partridge egg / golf ball sized knock on his head. And I'm like, what happened? Clearly there was not a mom supervising. He fell and hit his head on the car door.
Yep.
Not even I could have avoided that.
Yep, just the quickest. It looks pretty good now, though.
Yeah,
it's gone down. He was fine. No concussion or anything.
Yep. Yeah.
So
we
that's
did
good.
the standard protocol of what year it is and checked his pupils. And some guy was offering advice. I'm like, we've got 3 boys, so we've been through the concussion protocol many times. We got it. He's fine. He's not vomiting all over the place.
All right.
Did we eat lunch in the car then?
Yeah. Well, before...
We tried to find a picnic spot. Nobody... There was no picnic spot.
We rage ate in the car.
Yeah, I wanted to find a picnic spot, have a nice picnic for Father's Day. It was going to be great. And everybody's just like, just pull over and we'll eat somewhere. Eat on the car. So we found a park. Oh, that's right. We tried to go to a visitor center, which was not a visitor center. They had a parking lot.
Why wouldn't you... When the visitor center signs start, then it should say visitor center closed. Not when you pull into the visitor center parking lot, did they put a board over the word visitor center. That is no way to inform people.
So it was a big parking lot, and we ate in the
enormous
blazing sun.
because it was supposed to be a big visitor center.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Those sandwiches were good though. Good roast beef sandwiches we made.
They were
I had
okay.
chicken breast out of a baggie. Anyway, that pretty much wrapped up our day. It was still on. Well, no, because then we went into the town of Bar Harbor, which was pretty
Got
cute.
some souvenirs and stuff.
Pretty cute. Lucas had his first case of heartburn that day, which was fun to walk him through that. He scarfed down. He tried to suck cookies and cream through a paper straw. So they've gone to paper straws out here to save
Which
the
is cool.
environment.
I
It's
like
very
that,
cool, but
they get mushy.
it's like a pixie. It's like a little bit of a pixie stick on steroids. I mean, if you're sucking anything through liquid through that, you're going to have a bad time, especially cookies and cream malt milkshake. So
Yeah.
he was a hurting unit.
Before that, didn't we go to Thunderhole?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
the
Thunderhole.
thunder
That was the
hole
best
was
part,
on the
yeah.
loop. Yes, a thunder hole. The I assume it was called that because it was
Waves.
kind of a little cove, and then when the waves hit it,
Yeah,
it sounded
the
like
crash,
thunder,
and it
like a
did.
thunder hole.
It sounded like thunder,
No.
I
I
thought.
mean, it was crashy, but the most fun was climbing around on the rocks
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the
Climbing.
actual platform was closed. They had
because it was deemed unsafe by the
so
Park
everybody
Service.
just fanned out around on these rocks, which was probably way more unsafe. But
So
we
much
got,
unsafety.
We got way out there on those rocks. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
we actually managed to climb down into kind of a gorgeous thing and then climb up the
Yeah.
other side.
Not a gorgeous thing, but like a
Gorge.
gorge-esque
Yes.
thing. It was like a
Esque?
gorge.
That's how you say it?
Gorge-esque. Esque.
Esque?
Like
The way you're
gorge-like.
saying, the way you're saying it sounds
Gorgeous.
like gorgeous. Like it's
Oh.
gorgeous, like beautiful.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. It was a
appropriate.
gorgeous, gorgesque climb. How do you like that? All right. And
So
I mean,
that was Katie. I mean, we spent a lot of time in the camper.
yeah.
After that, everybody was.
We didn't go outside because there were too many mosquitoes.
Mark
Marcus-
and I had,
Marcus,
we had fires.
I was lying by the
Nobody else would
my
go out.
window, and I could hear Marcus out there like,
Oh, that's right.
I wish everybody would come out with us. And then he waited, and then he was like, I could call a family meeting, but I don't think I have the authority. Jason was like, I've got the authority. Just call one on my behalf. So Marcus came tapping at the door and was like, family meeting. Dad wants a family meeting. Dad's never, ever wanted a family meeting ever before.
Family meetings. That's
They
never a good
hate
idea.
family
It means cleaning. Is what that means.
Usually a family meeting does lead to some sort of work. So we assembled for the family meeting, which was just about sitting around the fire, and we sat around the fire until we were all bit a couple times by mosquitoes and then came back in. Family meeting
Fun.
adjourned. Fun. So that was Maine.
Yeah, fun.
Hope you enjoyed that. Oh my gosh, we're at 18 minutes again.
We're gonna keep it under 10. Jeez.
Ooh, we're
All right.
talky. Bye.
No,
See ya.
keep it at 18. There.